What does Earth Day mean to you?
I see that Earth Day is a day to celebrate unity instead of separation.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, most of the year we tend to focus on our differences.
Our differences?
Yeah, like I'm a woman, he's a man.
Or I'm an American and she's French, Italian, Iraqi, Chinese, stuff like that?
Yep, exactly.
Or like, I'm rich, or I'm poor, I'm Democrat, or I'm Republican, that kind of stuff?
You got it. When I think of Earth Day, when I think about our Earth, it's home to all of us, regardless of our gender, political affiliation, race, religion, creed, or nationality. Every human being was born on Earth and calls it home. Stuff that affects the Earth ultimately affects us all.
You make some great points there. We are so much more alike than different, yet most of the year we tend to focus on our differences rather than our commonalities. That is a wonderful message that you focus on the Earth Day. Who else has something to add?
When I think of Earth Day, I think about those people who banded together in 1970. 2 million of them. Together they really changed the world as we know it.
That's true. It's hard for me to imagine life before Earth Day. People having no concept that pollution was a bad thing, no laws about it all. People could just dump toxic waste anywhere they wanted, in the air, in the water, in the ground.
It's really great to see that we can accomplish when we all band together.
Yes, that's when our consciousness as a people really started to shift about our planet.
Oh yes, dramatically. Now we have laws, lots and lots of laws to protect our planet, but more importantly, we as individuals have changed our thinking about our planet. We now recycle, we focus on high efficiency stuff like cars that get more out of a gallon of gas, heaters, air conditioners, and even light bulbs that use less energy, which in turn leads to less pollution.
Uh-huh. And now Earth Day, many of us are making pledges like shorter showers, getting a water purifier, yes, even that Brita pitcher, instead of all those wasted plastic bottles we used to get. Stuff like that to be even kinder to our planet.
Those are great ideas. We are all already doing our part, but you're right, there is so much more that we can do.
More excellent ideas. I just might begin to implement a few of those ideas myself. Any other thoughts about Earth Day?
Well, when I think about Earth Day, I think about the spirit of Mother Earth herself. A lot of people call her spirit Gaia.
What do you mean? You think that Earth has a soul of its own?
Sure, why not? If rocks have their own unique vibrational frequencies, their own energies, then why can't their mom, the planet they all came from?
Never thought about the Earth having a soul.
Well, I know it sounds kind of out there at first blush, but we know the magnetic poles have a pulse, almost like a heartbeat. The Earth is covered with life. It only makes sense to me that the Earth itself could be kind of alive in its own way.
I don't know about that one.
Gaia, if you could talk, I wonder what you'd say.
I'd say thank you. Thank you to the people who have taken my feelings into consideration and make changes that honor me.
Mother Nature?
Yes,
You have a spirit?
yes, we are all God's creations. God's creations come in all different sizes and shapes, don't they?
Well, yeah.
Your experience of life is a combination of Father God and Mother Earth.
How is that?
Well, everything that is the real you is spiritual and directly from God. Everything about you that is physical kind of comes from me. Your physical bodies come from me, the earth, and return to me once you are done with them.
I see. So the experience that I'm having right now is a combination of Father God and Mother Earth, my physical self mixed with my spiritual self?
You've got it. It's just the way, that's just the way the Creator designed it.
So we should, in some ways, think of you, the Earth, as like our first mother then?
Sweet child, we are all connected, everyone and everything. I feel what you feel what I feel. We all feel on some level what each other feels. If you treat me with love and respect as a mother even, then I will be able to take care of your physical self as I always have.
Wow, I may never look at Earth Day quite the same way again.
Me either, especially if I look at the Earth like my first mom.
Well, even though it isn't your birthday, the real meaning of a birthday is a day set aside to honor someone and to thank God they choose to incarnate into physical form. So on that note, I think I'll choose to see Earth Day as my mom's first birthday from here on out.
We
love you, Mother Earth.
And I love each of you too, my children. Be kind to each other and to me. Treat me and each other with respect. And just like your other mom used to tell you, pick up after yourself. This place doesn't clean itself.
So today we're talking about Earth Day. We think about Earth Day, and I love that little skit because it allowed us to see Earth Day from so many different perspectives. We think about ourselves choosing to be in a physical form, to be a spiritual being having a human experience, and incarnating inside of this physical form in order to be able to experience life and each other in a different way than we can when we're spiritual and all intermixing. When we think about the earth itself, and to think about the soul of the earth, it really changes our perspectives. I've spent a great deal of time with the Native Americans, and they've invited me in to work with their talking circles and their tribal councils and their sweat lodges and their medicine men and all these kind of things. And everything is done with such a reverence. When they bring the big stones, the heated up stones into the sweat lodge, we call them grandfathers. And when you think about each rock as being a grandfather, it really begins to change our perspective. When we look at the earth as our mother, and we treat it as such, there's a change in that energy, there's a change in that consciousness. And as people, oftentimes we create our own little bubbles of reality. Like my bubble may be inside of my house or my family, and I may expand that bubble a little bit to have different friends or groups or churches or these things, and the same thing's true with you. And we have our little bubbles that maybe on an island in Florida, or maybe all of Florida, or maybe our bubble is the United States, or maybe our bubble is the whole planet. But when we begin to see that this unique thing, this unique earth, is so unique. In fact, this won the NASA's Earth Day competition of making a video in 2011. And I kind of like a lot of the perspectives in here, so let me share it.